Hello and good morning. Today is January 26, 2026, and you're listening to That's Old News, the daily download making old headlines hot again. I'm your host, Ainsley Harvey, and as always, we're looking at what went down on this day in history, which means we're rewinding it all the way back to 1697, where Isaac Newton serves some of the biggest BDE in human history. So on the morning of January 26, 1697, Newton receives mathematician Jean Bernoulli's famous challenge to find the curve for the fastest descent between 2 points. He sent this challenge out for various mathematicians to solve in under 6 months, but to no avail. Newton, however, received it late, solved it before going to bed the same night, and sent it off anonymously, leading Bernoulli to famously declare, "I recognize the lion by his paw." Meanwhile, on this day in 1788, 11 British ships carrying 1,023 people having journeyed from Portsmouth in the UK reached Sydney Cove. It was there that Captain Arthur Phillip raised the flag of Great Britain and proclaimed a colonial outpost on the sovereign lands of the Gadigal peoples. The act commenced the invasion of British colonists of lands already occupied across the continent. A continent that was home to over 250 individual sovereign nations interconnected by trade, knowledge sharing, cultural values, and spirituality. This day is still remembered as Invasion Day by First Nations people, causing deep pain to many. Today is also the day in 1823 that Edward Jenner dies. No, he is not Kendall and Kylie's eldest brother, but rather the English physician largely heralded as the father of Western immunology. Responsible for the world's first vaccine, his work led to the total eradication of smallpox by using the cowpox virus to confer immunity. Meanwhile, on this day in Paris in 1887, ground is finally broken and construction started on the Eiffel Tower. Built by Gustave Eiffel's company for the 1889 World's Fair in Paris, the tower was meant to celebrate the French Revolution centenary and showcase the might of French engineering by making it the world's tallest structure. Fast forwarding to January 26, 1892, and we have Bessie Coleman's birthday. The African-American aviator became the first African-American woman and Native American woman to hold a pilot license after being denied entry to US flight schools due to racial and gender discrimination. She instead traveled to France and earned it there, returning to the US to become a celebrated stunt pilot who fought segregation with her platform. Jumping up to this day in 1905, and the world's largest diamond, the 3,106-carat Cullinan, is found in South Africa. Named after mine owner Thomas Cullinan, it was cut into 9 large stones and many smaller ones, with Cullinan 1, the Great Star of Africa, and Cullinan 2, the Second Star of Africa, forming key parts of the British crown jewels after the stones were gifted to King Edward VII and cut down by Asher & Co. in Amsterdam. There are mounting demands for the Cullinan to be returned to the people of South Africa, with the original gift to Britain being made under duress by a colonial government, not a free nation. Happy birthday today to Joseph Quinn, who was born in 1994. The British actor is famously a part of several high-profile casts in recent years, including Stranger Things and Fantastic Four: First Steps. And lastly, and very, very sadly, today in 2000 marked the passing of Kobe and Gianna Bryant, who passed in a helicopter crash. The American Basketball Hall of Fame guard, his 13-year-old daughter, and 6 other passengers were flying from Orange County to a youth basketball tournament when the helicopter encountered thick fog and tragically crashed. And that's old news from this day in history. I'm Ainsley Harvey, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.